What makes a person considered perfect? Surely we all know that no one is perfect in life. Everyone has some flaws or bad traits. Even the great sages of ancient times, such as Confucius, did not dare to claim that they were all good. Since ancient times, people have tried to summarize and identify the bad traits of human beings, among which the most famous is the story of the 7 princes of hell, the 7 deadly sins of humans. So who are the 7 princes of hell? What are their characteristics? Let's explore the fascinating stories about these fallen angels. The story of the 7 deadly sins of humans originated from a monk named Evagrius Ponticus. He was born in 345 and died in 399 in the city of Heraclea, part of the ancient Roman Empire, now located in Turkey. He was a Coptic Christian monk, a writer and a brilliant thinker. Evagrius studied in Neo-Caesarea in the Eastern Roman Empire. Around 380, he went to the capital Constantinople, where he was appointed as a bishop and promoted to archdeacon. However, due to his involvement in some scandals, Evagrius had to leave and went to Jerusalem to become a hermit. From there, he began to study history, theology and the Bible in depth. He was the first person in the West to propose the 7 bad traits of human beings, which include pride, greed, lust, envy, gluttony, wrath and sloth. According to the ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle, each good trait of human beings is usually accompanied by 2 bad traits. For example, courage is good, but excessive courage leads to recklessness and lack of thought. These bad traits all originate from good traits, and the story of the 7 princes of hell is no exception. These 7 demons all originated from angels, but for some reason they fell from grace and became demons. They are associated with the 7 deadly sins of human beings. The name Lucifer is undoubtedly famous to those who know about the Bible. He is the leader of the fallen angels. He was one of the first sons created by God to help humanity create the world. Therefore, God loved him very much and gave him a beautiful appearance and powerful abilities. However, because of this favor, pride gradually grew in him, and he began to think of himself as the greatest. Then one day, God announced to the angels that he had created humans and ordered all the gods to serve and help them in their lives. But Lucifer had different thoughts. He believed that weak humans should serve and kneel before the immortal gods. These differing perspectives caused the conflict between Lucifer and God to escalate, and eventually led to a day when Lucifer decided to take action. Behind God's back, he silently convinced 1/3 of the angels in heaven to join him, leading to a war that was mentioned in the book of Revelation as the war in heaven. However, the outcome did not go as Lucifer planned. His followers were defeated by the archangel Michael and other angels who remained loyal to God. Lucifer and the rebellious angels were cast down to hell, and he was transformed into a hideous creature. The once beautiful name Lucifer was gone, and he became known as the terrifying Satan. Lucifer was the first prince of hell, and he was attributed the sin of pride. The term Satan is often used to describe the source of human pride. Beelzebub was the second-ranking prince of hell, second only to Lucifer. In some religions, Beelzebub is equated with Satan. He was also once a powerful angel in heaven, but he followed in Lucifer's footsteps and eventually became a fallen angel. Beelzebub serves as Satan's right-hand man, and he even claims to be the leader of the demons. No one in hell, except for Satan, can sit higher than Beelzebub. Beelzebub represents the sin of gluttony, which is a significant sin because in ancient times, people's lives were often affected by natural disasters such as droughts, floods, and wars, which caused food shortages. Those who are greedy are those who have consumed the portions of others, which is also indirectly the sin of murder. However, there is a part of the Jewish people who worship Beelzebub as a deity. The significance of worshipping Beelzebub is as an alternative solution if prayers to God are not effective. There is a story in Israel that goes like this. Once upon a time, there was a king named Ahaziah who fell from a high place and was seriously injured. Many physicians from the kingdom came to treat him, but his illness did not improve. He secretly prayed to God, but it was not effective. Finally, King Ahaziah had to send someone to seek advice from Beelzebub's temple to see if he could be cured. One day, a prophet named Elisha came to see the king. He conveyed a message from God, saying, "Your Majesty, I have received a prophecy from God. He asks if King Ahaziah of Israel relied on Beelzebub instead of me? Then he will die on his bed and never step on the ground again. The third sin of mankind is associated with a sea monster named Leviathan. This legendary sea monster appears in the Bible, and its duty is to guard the gateway between the earthly world and hell. In the Jewish scripture, Leviathan is described as a giant dragon-like creature with thick, scale-covered skin that is impenetrable by any weapon. Its teeth are sharp and numerous, and its mouth is capable of spewing flames that can boil the ocean. Leviathan's eyes burn with a terrifying intensity, causing fear in those who face it. According to legend, Leviathan was created on the fifth day of creation. Initially, God created two Leviathans, one male and one female. However, God later killed the female Leviathan out of fear that they would destroy the world, leaving only the male Leviathan behind, who followed in Satan's footsteps and was cast down to hell. Leviathan, Satan, and Beelzebub are the three most powerful demons in hell. Leviathan represents envy and jealousy, which gnaws away at the soul of humans, turning them from good to evil. It makes people feel disappointed and sad for a long time, gradually giving rise to dark intentions. There are many stories about Asmodeus, one of which involves a beautiful girl named Sarah. Asmodeus fell in love with her, but Sarah was a mortal and did not know of his affections. She fell in love and got married, but strangely, all her husbands died on their wedding night. 7 husbands in total died in bed with her. And it turned out that Asmodeus was behind it all because he hated the idea of the woman he loved being with another man. Sarah's relatives suspected her of killing her husbands, not knowing the tragedy was caused by Asmodeus. In desperation, Sarah prayed to God, and her prayers were answered. God sent the archangel Raphael to accompany a man named Tobiah to help Sarah. Raphael disguised himself as a human and told Tobiah that if he married Sarah, he would inherit a great fortune. But he would have to defeat the demon Asmodeus. They went to Sarah's house to make their request, and she agreed. On their wedding night, Tobiah prepared a special charm made from the heart and liver of a fish. Asmodeus appeared, but he was unable to withstand the power of the charm and fled. Raphael then chased him all the way to Egypt. Behemoth is the name of the 5th demon on this list. It is a monster that was created at the same time as Leviathan, resembling a giant elephant with long tusks. Behemoth is the strongest monster on land. Before his fall, Behemoth was an angel with a beautiful appearance and was God's pride with his intelligence and talent. However, Behemoth betrayed God by following Lucifer and was punished. Behemoth was transformed into a monster with bones as hard as stone, muscles as strong as copper, and a tail as large as a tree trunk. Behemoth represents anger and unstoppable power on earth. The ancient Jews believed that earthquakes were caused by Behemoth's anger. Anger is also the source of many sins, which clouds our minds and makes us think irrationally. Anger can lead to regrettable consequences that we may come to regret when we calm down. Mammon represents the sin of greed. He offers people wealth and prosperity, but also triggers materialistic desires in them. Mammon does not have a fixed appearance. Some sources describe it as a giant red-skinned demon, while others depict Mammon as a wealthy emperor or a normal old man who can easily blend in with the crowd. However, regardless of its appearance, Mammon is a boastful creature of great intelligence and wealth. Mammon's greatest power is perhaps its ability to influence the human mind, making people jealous and envious, and turning them into greedy beings. It can make even the purest of people become dirty because of their materialistic desires. Mammon can cause people to be haunted by relentless financial fears, trying to get everything they want at all costs. The last prince of the underworld was named Belphegor. He represents the sin of laziness and is the faintest of the 7 demons of hell. However, Belphegor is very intelligent and cunning. He often deceives people into believing that they can live a comfortable life without working hard and still be happy. Legend has it that Satan and the demons in hell did not believe that humans could be happy. Satan sent Belphegor to earth to study love and happiness among humans. Belphegor obeyed and went to the region that is now Paris, France. He disguised himself as a human and eventually found the truth that eternal love and happiness never exist. He believed that people only get married because they fear loneliness, not necessarily because of true love. According to him, this leads to conflicts after marriage and leads to infidelity. This myth associates the name Belphegor with adultery, clumsiness and unhappiness. In psychology, all bad traits stem from selfishness. Selfishness makes people become cruel, greedy, and evil. In reality, humans have not only the 7 sins mentioned above, but also many other bad traits. Therefore, people always have to struggle with themselves, with the demons in their souls, to become better.